waste any time. Sometimes we do 2-word check-ins, just like how do you feel? It's just real quick while we're letting everybody else in. So today I am super excited. Anyone else want to jump in on 2 words while I'm letting everybody in?
Hey, it's Paul. I'm spring ready.
Summertime is coming.
Okay. Anybody else? We'll go ahead and get started.
Hopeful and serene. Yeah.
Hopeful and serene. Okay. All right. Well, if anybody else wants to chime in, just unmute your phone. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and start. A couple updates. Oh, Gail, was that you?
Yeah, I remuted. I said exciting times.
Exciting times. Okay. Okay. I love it. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. So updates really quick are going to be on what happened with our zip grows, what's going on with that, which is our first accountable hand up that we're moving forward with, so everybody can see that there's no moss growing under our stones. We get moving pretty quick. And so we have a few of the people on the call that are involved in the mentoring program and as well as the instructor program. So I'm just going to ask, so I'm going to give a quick preview and then ask Alberto and Heather and Michael to get more details as it's updates. But really quick, everybody is, I have met with the people that are doing, in fact, Nick was on the call and now he's not, so I don't know what happened with him, but I've met with the people that we're going to start growing industrial, or I had that on my mind, hydroponic or growing in the gardens to start with. And then also Tony is willing and has written many books on starting and growing your business. So he'll be mentoring that, or he'll be submitting that. And then Michael has a thing on IT, a program on IT, which is super exciting. And Alberto's helping, and Gail and Heather are helping with the industry, or with the farming and the zip grows here in Las Vegas. So Mike, I'm going to give it to you for just a 5-minute update on how you see your connection and how we can help, and what's the next moves with helping you.
Hey, thanks, Rosalie. Hi, everyone. My name is Michael Hayden. I'm a retired Marine, and I've done a few different things, had a few different companies in technology, and I'm a professor at the University of Arizona. I'm actually in charge of, I'm a lead in charge of the Master of Information Systems Management, as well as the Bachelor of Arts in Business Information Systems. And one of the things that I like to do is to support those most in need. I've done a couple different pilot programs at different homeless shelters for veterans, and the outreach is pretty amazing. To go from, a downward spiral of just not being able to do anything and continue that spiral, it's really challenging. So giving someone an opportunity to understand that they can be of value and they can be important, and giving them the opportunity to learn is critical, but also to, again, get them out of their habits and understand how there are good people that care and that will support the effort and will support them on their journey and keep them motivated. My last program, I can pull up a little spreadsheet real quick if you guys would like to see it.
Let you share the screen. Hang on just a second.
Sure.
So remember, we got to get through this quick. So I just wanted to have you update like how we're moving forward. We met with Tony today about putting this in our pro forma and our business plan. So we're moving. This isn't something we're just kicking around. We're actually going to put these things in an executable form.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, basically we have really great results for the program, and a lot of people getting jobs. So, but there's also a business model behind it, and there's a rev share, not only within the organization, but it's also opportunities for students to develop their ideas and develop their programs, or even develop their own businesses.
So I gave you screen share if you want to share that.
Oh, sure.
What organization is this, Michael?
Well, this organization is my organization. I operate as Veteran Ventures for the homeless veterans that I work with, but my actual company is called SEMAC, or Science Engineering Money Management Applications Corporation. So this is really just the Veteran Ventures arm of that. And the school part of it I have is a United Vocational Institute of Technology. So again, pilot programs have been in process, but what we're basically going to be doing again, after meeting with Tony and seeing the opportunity, is to deliver content to, those less fortunate. And then we're going to be able to do that with sort of a blended version where we have hands-on classes in Las Vegas and in the different areas of opportunity that we'll be operating in. And then we also have some amazing, hundreds and hundreds of virtual labs that are amazing. So the students that get through the classes, they end up getting their A+ certifications, and they get some the IT fundamentals certifications, industry certifications from CompTIA, as well as they get $1,000 skills guarantee if they work for 3 weeks and their bosses don't like their job. Then they automatically we give them a guarantee. If they don't like their job, we pay the employer back $1,000.
So
That's
we're
wonderful.
trying to,
If we look at the programs Rosalie has found for us as far as like computer repair and EMT and different certifications, how could we collaborate with you with your program and your efforts, and how much volunteer time do we have to get this started?
Yeah, so again, I think it's really the hearts and minds, and really sort of helping to adapt that part of it, and then just being positive. Whether or not, I don't know how much time all the mentors have to devote to these programs or to devote to these people. What you got to realize is it makes a huge effort, not just on them, but the entire community.
so let me speak to that. I have a group of mentors that we've lined up, and some of them are on the spectrum, and some of them would be participants. So we've been talking about them. They happen to be missionaries that have come back, that are on a service mission. So they have the mentality of serving. They just have the a little bit of a snafu in being out in a foreign country, or somewhere where they're a little bit taxed. And so they're coming back home, which is good, but they are still wanting to serve. And so we have some of them that are going to be taking the programs. At the same time, we have another group that's going to be mentoring. So we have that kind of group already going to get ready to do a pilot test with Mike. The area president I spoke with are very interested in putting this together in the next, couple weeks. So we have a small pilot test that we're going to try this on, so that there isn't any bugs can be worked out really amongst us. And yet we have a very controlled area and setting. And then we're going to branch out from there to the veterans and youth, and we're not pigeonholed into that, but that's where the next group that we'll go to is go to that group, and we'll use WIA funds and outreach, and I'm right now been pitching and talking with other investors that want to come in to put in private investment into this. So we're talking about, was it 2 hours? So the mentors are agreed to do 2 hours a week online, and then 2 hours of homework online, and then once a month it's 6 hours in on-hands training, actually in a workshop with computers in front of you, with instructors like Mike, who can just really help. And he has a great track record. I'd love for them to see your track record, Mike, of the people you've taken from homeless to in amazing jobs. So
Sure. Yeah, let me just do a quick share. Let me pull up I've got a few things open here. Let me pull up some. Yeah, this is just one of the pilot. Give me 1 second, sorry.
Okay. I'm curious, what other, you mentioned A+ certification. Are there any others that you would like to mention?
Oh yeah, I mean, we go all the way up to system network administrator, Cisco certifications, whatever, but primarily we want to get what we intend to do is there's about $3.5 million, $3.5 million job shortage within the next 5 years in security, cybersecurity in the US, just because people won't get certified. So that's one of the things, you know, that we intend to also develop out. Give me 1 second here. So this is just one of the cohorts for a pilot test that we did. Now these are homeless individuals. We right in the final months of, this was like February of 2020. So we had some different things happen, and some of the homeless people moved out of their shelters and things like that. We had one guy actually, Robert died. But if you can see, our pass rates get really high. If they didn't move, or they didn't drop due to some other reasons, our pass rates we're about 70% pass rate to get them through all the way through CompTIA. And so those
These
are
are
really,
amazing results, Michael. Just pretty amazing.
thank you.
Wow.
Could
It's,
somebody do this in the time period Rosalie was describing with the
Yeah,
2 hour?
No, it's 4 months. It's 4 months though. Be clear of that. It's a 4-month program, right? Or so it's,
yeah, this part is a 4-month program to take these guys to Security Plus to be in that area. It's a 6-month program at a minimum, maybe 6.5. But what we really want to focus on is the abilities that they have. So I think that whether they're going to go into, if they have a background where they can't get security clear, you know, that they have some history that might not, you know, be well accepted at certain jobs.
Mhm.
We'll want to put those in other fields, in the agriculture, in, you know, potentially even in IT. It doesn't matter. I've got one guy that he just works at the library and he makes $30 an hour and he loves it and he doesn't want to go any higher. I got another guy that he went into Walmart.
Perfect.
Yeah, he went into Walmart to get a minimum wage job, and the guy found out he worked on computers and was very well versed, and he got assistant manager job, and then segued that into a $125,000 job as a manager at a furniture store. So but the idea isn't just that. It's so many people understand technology. So when we're moving ones and zeros, and we're able to network, all of the technology advances their ideas. So even these students that go through IT may then be able to go into some other incubators and develop more ideas. No one of us is smarter than all of us, and everybody has different problems. And I think a lot of the people with our first world and our rich problems, we're trying to find out, hey, where's the parking spot at so I can go to this theater and I'll use that app. But there's a lot of different ideas that other people, you know, that are less fortunate have problems that need to be solved as well. So maybe if we can get some of this ideation into their heads that they can also change the world, they will do that.
Do you have them do a background check to see where they best are suited first?
Me personally, I don't mind either way, but I think that that's just something that we can sort of flesh out as we go to see who the possible candidates would be to enter different programs of support, and then also to continue on with whatever other things and great things that they may do. So I think it's up to them to sort of determine what they love and what they're passionate about. I run a couple different other incubators. I have built the one at UCSD called The Basement, and then I run an entrepreneur challenge. We've given about $1.3 million out, and our valuation of the company is about $1.5 billion. And then I also work with, we actually won the Great American Defense Community with the mayor here in San Diego on the midway for my program with the Support the Enlisted program, as well as what I do with Veterans Village and Veteran Ventures. And so that's pretty neat. Yep.
Okay, so listen, I want to make sure that everybody gets clear on what we're
Thanks, Jen.
doing. No, yeah, thanks, Mike.
Mike,
So
I actually put my contact information in the chat. Please email, call me, and I'm in Santa Clara, Northern California. I used to be the product manager for putting out Cisco certifications for security and getting the 510, 570 clearance, all that stuff. I'd love to help.
That's great. Yeah, absolutely. That sounds
so that's
wonderful.
what I was asking for. So anybody that's on the call right now that wants to be involved in the mentoring program, and Nick's going to, when I see him back on the screen, he's going to also do a mentoring and a outreach as well here in Vegas. He's got a garden there, and he's got some other things that to help people emotionally. Yeah, you can see where he's at. To help people get their hands in this dirt and also emotionally become a little bit more resilient. And then we can introduce, so these programs are going to be kind of simultaneously being done. That's why they're only 2 hours. Each program is going to be an hour or two each week. And we're going to see how we'll beta test and pilot test and see how everything goes. I'm going to be a mentor, you know, and I'm going to be a participant. And I would recommend that we all want to be a mentor and a participant in these groups. So anybody who wants to do that, you need to contact Heather or Alberto. I've been emailing you guys and giving you their emails right up in the heading there. So please, what it's going to take 2 hours a week at least online. Actually, it's going to be 3 hours online a week, and then one app, and then a month you will have a hands-on certification if you want to participate in the certification part. If you don't want to participate in the certification part, but you just want to mentor, it's okay to mentor, right? We're all right with that, right, Mike? They can mentor without having to do the certification, but you'll have to have a foster or someone that will help mentor your people there, because we are going to be in those certifications with these people that need our help and that we want to help at the same time. So they're going to have like a pass off there. So there's going to be some, hey, I got your back, and what do you need help with? And it's kind of like just helping them get through their certifications and stuff. All right. Any questions about
Yeah,
that?
So,
seems to be two. We need to do things like, one is Nick's, which would be more the mentoring and the gardening and that aspect. But as far as like the technical stuff, I don't know where that would happen or take place.
It's going to be at UNLV's Innovation Center off, it's 8400 West Boulevard, Sunset Boulevard. I can get you all that information, but that won't be until after April. So right now what we would do is you would commit, if what you're going to be committing to now is 3 hours a week starting in we're going to get together next week and talk about and see the program. In fact, I would like to have both Nick and Mike. We're going to be on an hour. It's going to be on a Saturday. So let's start there. It's going to be on a Saturday for 1 hour. And let's start with just 1 hour, 30 minutes to Mike, 30 minutes to Nick. Telling us what would be the first week that they would have people, what they would be talking about, and so we kind of get a sneak peek of what they're doing every week before they actually do it. So they spend 30 minutes just getting us up to snuff, and then we go to their Zoom meeting while they're on the Zoom meeting with our mentors and with our participants, I'm sorry. And we are on just like we are right here, and we making comments, and we're, you know, we've got our chums on there with us. And so it's going to be a very, very casual, but very edifying and certifying experience. And I would admonish all of you to do it. I don't think there's any reason why all of you should spend 3 hours a week helping yourself and other people. I mean, I just don't see, that's to me is a no-brainer. And we'll do to start with, we're just going to do 1 hour on a Saturday. So put your big girl boy pants on, and let's do this on a Saturday for an hour. How's 10? We're going to do 10 to 11. That's not too early, but it's not, you know, getting into everybody's day. And if you can't make it, we will be recording it, but you know, we're keeping track of all that stuff, and mentors are needing to be on the call. So that would be Pacific Standard Time from 10 to 11. So it would start Saturday. I think that's the 27th. Yes, Saturday the 27th. So anybody who wants to do that, let Heather and Alberto know. Okay, anything else? And or Paul, you had something, and then we need to get to Nick real quick.
yeah, I was just going to ask real quick, Michael, other things that you need, what's the thing that you need more? Is it more mentors, more people doing it? What's the thing you need the most to make this work?
Well, you know, the things that I need, you know, let's say, for example, if you guys are coming through and you want to sort of get your feet wet as well and sort of get well versed in technology, I would recommend that you all even attend the classes, so the future classes have better understanding of what the opportunity is in the future. So you guys could all stay and get certified and learn some of that. But also when we do our once a month hands-on in Las Vegas, If anybody wants to come and volunteer, we're going to be setting up computers. So these guys take apart computers down to, you know, bare metal bones. And we have special ways that we have certain elements and certain components that are bad. Even when they put them back together, they troubleshoot. We take apart laptops. So those things would be good.
I'm looking to help either accommodate you and either at my place or other people's places, as long as everybody's respectful, that they're most of the people I would have you accommodate don't allow any smoking or drinking in their homes. So as long as that's okay, that's just, I want to be respectful of other people. So, okay.
One quick question, Rosalie. How many programs are we run?
We're going to do 2 to start with. We're going to do 2 and 3, actually 3, 4. No, to start with, we're doing 2. We're not going to do the medical training yet because Javier's not here, and we're just going to start with 2, Nick's and Michael's. And Nick's is next. I still have to do, you know, we've spent 23 minutes on this, and that's great. It's a great program, right? It's a good problem to have, but we also need to give time to Nick. And then also we are doing an opportunity zone fund that we're putting together that I'm meeting with some group tomorrow. And we're asking, I think our ask is for 2.5 million so that we can scale up all of these programs and these things that we're doing that have some value, and we're gonna, you know, we're not messing around anymore. So Nick, go ahead. That's our next. Katie's on the phone, so I need you to leave at least at 12:30. I got to have you finish up. Okay.
Hey guys. Okay, yeah. So I'll just be leading the therapy for. Initially it was PTSD and youth, but now it sounds like maybe we'll be focusing on some spectrum people as well.
That's correct.
Okay, that's awesome. No problem there. Yeah, how I was going to start basically just by focusing on us as humans being conscious, being sentient, and just grasping our thoughts itself, you know, our present moment thinking. And then you know, like it could go as deep as we want it, but like we'll have great 30-minute or up to hour sessions with these people. But what I'll do is I'll start with basically we usually we'll start with a breathing exercise. Actually, do you guys want to actually engage in this today just to ground ourselves?
Sure do.
Great idea.
Awesome, perfect. Okay, so first one, everybody, we'll call the 9 breath exercise, because we're actually going to do 3 from the left in and out, 3 from the right, and then 3 with both. And what you do is first you can take your right hand to your right nostril. And what we'll do is we'll take a big breath in, and then as we go out, we'll move forward, okay? And then in as you back up. 2. In. So that should just cleared out your left nostril. Maybe we need some tissues handy at this point if you need to. And now we'll do the same with the right. Left hand up, 1. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Now let's do both nostrils as you go down. In. That's 3. Wow, I already feel the energy moving.
Oh, it got me warm.
So one thing is just yeah. And so one thing is just to discuss with everybody just the benefits of these exercises. Because one thing is to engage in it, and another thing with the mind is to understand it. So as I go with everybody, I won't just do exercises. I'll usually more than I need to, I'll spend a lot of time, as I'm doing now, explaining things throughout the whole process. But I know we wanted the program to actually involve what we called like spiritual concepts. So I was going to do that in a non-secular way though. So I'll bring things from all different, you know, backgrounds and religions, and just talk about it from a Western, basically psychotherapeutic perspective. And so, you know, we'll do those breathing exercises. The next thing we'll do is basically another breathing exercise, but we'll count our breaths. This one's called the 21 breath exercise. So we'll just count 3 sets of 7 breaths in and out 7 times. And so we're going to practice our awareness here. If you get distracted during that 7 breaths, start that little set of 7 over, okay? So 3 sets of 7, in and out. Ready, go. Four. Next set. Our last set of 7 here. That exercise here starts to bring up an interesting concept of things that are usually unconscious or subconscious, such as our breathing, and we start to bring that into our control.
Wow,
And,
that made me lightheaded. That's crazy that I was just breathing and I got lightheaded as if I was running a marathon. That's kind of crazy.
Definitely, definitely. And basically, when you do that and you start to count your breaths, you could see we have the potential to be distracted, right? And we could lose focus on that object of our attention, which was our breathing right there. That thing that I said is usually subconscious, but now we're being conscious. Anything could be the object of our attention in a meditation. So that's a good example of what could be a natural healing, just bringing our attention to something natural, such as our breath. But in doing so, you really start to see what I just mentioned, those distractions. That's our mind itself keeps coming up. So then the more advanced type of practice is to actually practice letting go of our thoughts, right? And so I think, has anybody heard of the idea of like looking at your thoughts as clouds and just letting them come and go without being really attached to them?
Yes.
You guys have heard that? Yeah. That's a really powerful meditation. It seems basic, but it's actually very advanced because it's leading really into that resting or that letting go type of meditation. And so what I'll do with our program is I'm going to keep referring to this, the second type of meditation that we haven't practiced yet, but we're about to. It's also called non-conceptual.
So Nick, I gotta have you. So we're gonna have, because I got,
Finish for there. We'll just end on the conceptual for the day.
okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys. I hope you feel grounded already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool,
Okay,
cool.
well, thank you so much. It sounds like I'm going to be really excited about coming over to your place on Friday, checking it out. So I'll be over there tomorrow.
Definitely. We're really going to get to heal ourselves and everybody else. Like I said, we're all mentors and participants.
Yeah, yeah, I'd love that. All right.
So, and any applicants or interested people for Mike's program or want more information, how do I facilitate that?
Well, we'll be blending them, Heather. So we're all going to blend them. The participants in Mike's program will be also in Nick's. That's why we're going to do 3 hours, because we're doing both his and Nick's.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So Martin, really quick. No, actually, Chris, if you can unmute your phone really quick, just if you want to tell them what you need. I know we hit a little snafu with your energy, clean energy. Just what exactly are you looking for?
I'm looking for a mechanical or electrical engineer to review the math and put out their understanding of what the potential energy is. So it's an exact number. It's potential, but the exact number.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and he's got a clean energy source that is utilizing just gravity and water, and it's very basic physics, but he has a very good drawing and a rendering and a thing he can share with you after you sign an NDA. So anyway, if anybody can get a hold of him, Chris, pop your information in the chat so people can get a hold and help you with that. And
Yes,
then
please.
anybody else? Oh, Martin, and then Martin, are you there? He's on. Okay. All right, then I'm going to do really quick. Martin, would you just tell them what you need? But you're muted. I need you to unmute your phone.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, hi everyone. Thanks for having me. My name is Martin Franzi, and we have developed a proprietary microbial inoculant. And what it does is it accelerates the decomposition of trash. So it eats trash in an accelerated capacity, and the output is organic grade compost. What I'm looking for is some strategic partners that ultimately could help gain traction for us, whether it is to bring a composting facility online as a consumer of our product, or a landfill that would be open to changing the way that they operate, so that the contents of the landfill would then ultimately turn into a feedstock that we would then source the contents of the landfill, as well as the new inflow of waste. And that would be windrowed in a traditional compost windrow and turned to compost that could be used as an alternate to topsoil or agricultural landscape backfill, or compost for farming.
Martin, why don't you share with them the great news you got from the independent study that you had done, or the study you had done on that? Or is that, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. He jumped off. Well, he got some pretty good news. So I think anyone who's interested in seeing, this is no joke. This is the real deal. Anybody interested in creating waste that he says that you can actually take your bed frame, stick it outside, stick these microbes on it, and then plant your cherry tree in it. It's pretty amazing. And he's got some pretty good technology. So, but we got to keep moving. And I told everyone we'd be done around 12:30. So I'm trying to give everybody time. Tomer, you were late getting here. It's not that I don't want to have you talk, but Katie's been here before, so we're going to have to put you and Leo in the next queue. We'll be here next Thursday, always at the same time, same bat station, noon. And then hopefully all you guys are mentors and want to get on our mentoring. It'll be on Saturdays, and I'll be sending a new Zoom link on Saturdays. And so we'll have a different Zoom link for our workshops. And Katie, I'm just going to have you unmute your phone, but real quick, while she's unmuting, we are working on redeveloping and using going after opportunity zone funds. Like I said, 2.5 million in the West Historic District in Las Vegas. And we have, been building my network for 35 years here. I feel like I have a good finger on the pulse, and Katie is right there with me. So Katie, you want to explain something? We only have a few minutes. I don't want to occupy too much of their time because I did tell everyone we'd be done by 12:30. So we're going over a little bit. Katie, are you muted? She's muted. I don't know if she can hear me or not. So I will. So I'll just keep you abreast of what that is looking like. Okay, so I've got a meeting tomorrow. So by the next Thursday's meeting, we will have a little bit more information. If anybody knows people that want to invest in philanthropic or purpose-driven corporation that has revenue sharing, this is a robust pipeline of deals that we have coming and going, and we only invest in those that pass the taste sauce or our qualifications. And so we have a pretty good track record, and we're willing to share in the prosperity, and anybody that's collaborating is going to be compensated for it. So any questions about that?
I'm just wondering, how do we get everyone's information? Like Chris and Martin, they don't have any contact information, or Michael?
Yeah. So everyone, so they've got it in, if you look in the chat, they put their names in the chat on the right-hand side. You can, in fact, if you want to save this chat, if you go down to the bottom here, there's 3 little arrows where it says invite, mute all, and then there's 3 little dots. I'm sorry. You can click that. And when you click that, it'll say save chat. Like if you right click it, is it right click, or let's see. At the very bottom of the chat box, it'll say save chat, and then you can save it, and so you don't have to write everything down right now. But so, and You know, the last time when I sent everybody's email out to everybody said yes to do that. And then they said, why'd you do that? So I am not going to send everybody's email out. If you want to reach out to each other, I guess they're going to have to go through Heather and I and Alberto right now at this point to get everybody's information. And Heather, anything you need, you got. If you need anybody's information and they're on this call, you got it. I'll just send it over to you. You should have it, but I'll send it over to you because I thought I had CC'd you so you could see all the blind CCs on it. Katie, is that you?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but we got to go.
Great.
So
I know you got to go. So we'll be ready for next Thursday at noon sharp. How's that? We'll be ready.
That sounds good, but just give them a 1 minute. Here you go.
Oh, 1 minute. Okay. So what we are the distressed community. We are looking to do a fund that will be eligible for outside investors so that we can find a way to invest in from the ground up. So we want people who need the investment, who live in the distressed communities. We need to get their projects funded. We've got some great, innovative, creative projects. We just need help packaging, building capacity, and having people support us, those of us who are looking to do stuff. Because we know there's millions of dollars trying to get into our community, and we want to make sure when they come in that we can deliver a great return on investment for those investors while supporting the people who live and work in the distressed communities. So I thank you for giving us this opportunity.
She's got a great place. She lives where Sammy Davis Jr. lived when he was in Las Vegas, and it's pretty cool. I just like, you can even feel the energy. You walk in there and you're just like, Candyman, the Candyman. Anyway, all right. Well, you guys, I appreciate you. Sorry I kept you over a few minutes. Any other comments? We got a quick say check out. Anything else?
Thank you.
I just put my email up there for any applicants.
Yep.
For participants.
Yeah, the mentors, participants, it's going to be worth your time, and it's going to be a fun ride, and we're going to be Zooming it, so it's kind of going to be like a reality show, and anybody that wants to watch it is willing to get involved. But you know, we just say leave drama for your mama. That's it. So all right. All right, peace out. We got this.
Thank you, Rosalie.
All right, bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
everybody.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you.
Heather, you're so sweet.
Just writing everything down. Thank you, Rosalie. I'm coming down to Vegas next, I think Tuesday I should be down there. I'm gonna go meet Nick and stay for a few days. I'd love to meet you.
Yeah, of course you are. Of course you are. You could stay at my place. Just let me know. Okay, give me the time and date for sure.
Thank you so much, Rosalie.
Okay. All right. Mwah. Okay. Bye-bye.